Next up, Colorado, Edmonton, 69-70. Edmonton minus 135. Home favorite, the total 6, pretty much across the board in this hockey game. Uh, Colorado, what a job the other night. I mean, down early in that hockey game against the Vancouver Canucks, looked like things weren't going to go their way. They get 2 big-time goals in the latter stages of the second period. That turned a 4-1 Vancouver lead into a 4-3 Vancouver lead, and that was at that sense when Colorado, I think they're going to come back and win this thing. I actually jumped in on Colorado intermission bet going into the third period because I sensed the momentum was starting to flow their way with those 2 late second period goals, and they rode those. They finally got the game tied in the third period. Then a Nathan MacKinnon blast on the power play in overtime to come all the way back and beat the Vancouver Canucks 5-4 in their last game. Now they take on this woe-begotten Edmonton team that actually played pretty good hockey against Boston for 2 periods. And then once the roof caved in, Boston got that 2-1 goal. It was almost like it was good night. Boston came on. The confidence, which is already waning to begin with on this Edmonton team, evaporated. Boston ties it, gets the late goal to go ahead 3-2 and obviously win that game. The Bruins come back from a 2-0 hole to beat the Oilers 3-2 the other night. So real impressive comeback from Boston, and another frustrating, maddening, sickening loss. One of many this season for the Edmonton Oilers. I got no problem jumping in on Colorado here at an underdog price. None whatsoever. I mean, that team, great comeback the other night against Vancouver. They've got a lot to play for. And this is meaningful revenge situation. Short turnaround revenge in Colorado. And if performance that Jared Bednar, the head coach, described as flat, we weren't ready. We sort of assumed we'd be able to coast in this game and win it when they played against Edmonton on the weekend in Colorado. And Edmonton took advantage and rallied in the third period from a deficit to beat Colorado at the Pepsi Center over the weekend. I believe 4-2 is the final in that game for Edmonton. So, Colorado in a short turnaround revenge spot. Colorado the better team, to be honest with you, and catching plus 115 in this game as an underdog. Absolutely. No brainer for me. Colorado plus 115. Dana Lane's also in on the Avs Oilers tonight. Dana, what are you looking at in this matchup?
Yeah, that's a good point about the revenge spot. I was going to bring that up as well, and I know they've split the series this year at one apiece, but I love that short-term revenge spot situation. And I'm going to go back to the well again. I mean, we had Colorado the other night, and I love this plus price against Edmonton. I mean, really, how can you rely on the Oilers to cash any tickets for you right now? I mean, this is a team that's getting virtually no production out of anybody that isn't named Connor McDavid, and actually Draisaitl's actually played well, a little bit better as well, but they're really not getting a ton of production from anybody else. And it's kind of interesting. I was talking to a Edmonton Oilers radio analyst the other day, and we were talking as they were in town here to play the Golden Knights, and I said, "Geez, you know what? The last time Edmonton was in town, I mean, they're one of the fastest teams that I've seen live this year. I mean, I thought Detroit was extremely fast as well, and I said, but they kind of leave Vegas and they become uninspired again. And he just says, you know what? They get engaged with certain teams. They get engaged with Vegas. They're engaged with Tampa. They're engaged with Boston. And even though they dropped the game the other night against the Bruins, they have a fantastic record against those top teams in the league. And to me, when you tell me that they're not getting engaged against teams, that's telling me they don't have a lot of heart. And I've said it from day one. Even though this team didn't win a Stanley Cup, their bellies were fat they were full when they came into this current season. They thought it was going to be easy. They thought that the trip back to the conference final or the Stanley Cup final was a foregone conclusion, and so that's why I think. Hi, Andrew. How are you? That's good. Good to see you, buddy. Um, so tonight I wonder, how do they get engaged against the Colorado Avalanche? I mean, uh, I don't know. I mean, if I'm Edmonton, this is one of these games where I coast through again. There's no getting engaged for a Avalanche team. Patrick Maroon also didn't practice yesterday with the Oilers, and some say it's a maintenance day. There's kind of fuzzy news on whether or not that there was an injury or not. My gut feeling it was kind of a maintenance day, but you do have to factor in that if Maroon is not ready to go tonight, then that means Lucic is going to play on that top line. So can you imagine Lucic trying to keep up with their top line? And I just see a complete discombobulation between the lines, especially that first line. If that's something that happens tonight. You're going to give me a plus price with a team that's playing much better right now. I'm going to take at the Avalanche plus $1.25-ish.
All right, Colorado plus 115. Agreement from Dana and I on that game. We both like Colorado in this hockey game tonight, taking on the Edmonton Oilers. And a good situation. We talked about the short-term revenge spot. Talked about it with Detroit, Nashville the other night, and it worked out to perfection. Nashville looking to avenge a home loss to Detroit on the road, and they were able to take care of business and beat the Red Wings in that hockey game. So we'll see if Colorado able to follow suit with a victory here against Edmonton tonight.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.